So you told me that when you were younger, you were molested.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people who are watching who may have been through the same situation. I know
Mm-hmm.
my father's been through the same situation. My mother's been through the same situation. And it's like, I just want you, and it's like, there's nobody talking about this. Nobody sharing this conversation right now. This is not what's trending.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want you to, let people know how you got through this problem, how your willpower.
Yeah, it was first, man. It was very traumatic for me, bro. As a kid, man, it's hard to. I apologize, but it's tough to talk about sometimes, bro.
It's all right, take your time. And it's awkward for me too, because like I've never like addressed the topic before, so.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not an easy conversation to have, and if I'm being honest, it took 22 years for me to really explain. No, actually, 23 years for me to really express how being molested affected me. My biggest fear with being molested was the opinion of others, specifically my mother and my sister. I was afraid to tell them because it was a family member, and if I'm being honest, man, it's had a huge impact on my behavior as a child. It wasn't that I was a bad kid. I was just kind of crying out for help and didn't really know how to express how I really felt, bro. Like, it hurt, man. It really put me in a dark space, but it made me stronger, and it brought me closer to, I guess, for me, my faith, bro. And not just my faith in God, but my faith in myself. Like, I knew if I could endure that and overcome that, then I can overcome and endure anything, bro. If I'm being honest, bro, when I got to college, I became very promiscuous because of that experience.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. It's hard to talk about.
Yeah, I understand. So, like, another question I have for you is, like, what really made you afraid? I know you said pain, but it's like, did you feel like they wouldn't believe you?
Yeah, I feel like they wouldn't believe me. I feel like they wouldn't believe me, and I feel like they wouldn't. I either thought they weren't going to believe me or that they were going to overreact. And, my mom really cared about me. My sister really cared about me, and they would go to war for me. I thought that when I had told them that they were going to go to war and that my mom was going to end up hurting the individual. But, bro, it was completely opposite, bro. It was my first day when I told them, bro, that I was really free, bro. Most people that experience molestation, specifically black male or just people in general that experience that, they're the ones that are most egotistical or, from conversations that I have with some of even my Morehouse brothers,
You're just trying
you
to
become
find...
gay, or you become promiscuous. And I'm gonna be honest, for my situation, like I was gonna say, at 22, bro, I got to college, bro. I was a virgin up until 22, but I wasn't just a virgin because of my religious beliefs. I was a virgin because I was afraid of being intimate with a woman. I was just afraid, bro. And after just indulging in sex a lot in college and just trying to find myself and find security in myself after my experience, like, it helped me find the root of why I was indulging in that endeavor so much and sex so much. And I had to get to the root of it. I was angry at my experience, and that was another cry out. And for me in college, man, I'm gonna be honest, bro. When I realized that I got molested, I was probably about 17 when I really realized what was really going on. And also with being molested, I developed a strong porn addiction, because of my scarcity and being intimate again. So that was my security, pornography and that. And that put me in a prison also. That's
a mental block.
Oh yeah, and those are the things: molestation, pornography, being promiscuous, sex are all prisons for a lot of people. That it's so hard for people. Like, it's hard for people to talk about that, especially black men. And I'm gonna be honest. I had a conversation with the person that molested me. My first words to bro was, "I'm gonna kill you." That's all I said. And then he said, I was like, I'm gonna kill you, and you molested me when I was a kid. And he denied it at first, but then he's like, I apologize. But what really got me was, though I wanted to do and act out what I said I was gonna do, in that same sentence he said, man, I apologize, bro. Like, the same thing happened to me. So what I realized in that was that it was a cycle, and that hurt people hurt people. Mm-hmm. Somebody abused him, he abused me. I broke that cycle. You know what I'm saying? I broke that cycle of being promiscuous. I broke that cycle of pornography. I broke that cycle of feeling that I needed these pornography and sex to validate my insecurity and my experience as a child. So it was hard going through molestation, man. It was very hard, and I felt compelled to talk about it because not a lot of black men or people that have experienced it with platforms, or that people that are celebrities, or just people don't talk about it. This is a conversation that we need to have because it's affecting our generation. It's affecting the increase in population of kids having babies and incarceration, and it's affecting so much. So many problems are going on in our world because we have not dealt with the abuse that so many of us children have went through. You know what I'm saying? And once I realized, and had conversations with multiple people, it gave me the courage to really speak out and want to speak out about what my experience was. Because I realized with me freeing myself from it, it would have helped free somebody else. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I understand. I'm speaking to that person that feel ashamed about their experience. I'm speaking to that person that feel inadequate or feel like they have to act out or feel like they have nobody to talk to about it. Like, I've been there before. I get that. But don't be afraid. Like, don't be afraid to speak your truth. Don't be afraid to say you were hurt. You deserve that freedom. You deserve that peace,
Another quick question I have for you is, like, what's giving you the courage right now to talk about this?
Knowing that other people experienced it. Knowing that it's a kid right now that's going through what I've went through. I see myself in a kid that was abused, and like, dang, if I don't talk about it, he will never know what freedom feels like. If I'm free at 23 now, imagine if I help unlock that kid's freedom at 10, when the same age I was doing. I was molested. Like, I want to be a light for other people. So many people have experienced this, bro. Like, just want to be that. What gave me the courage was knowing I would help somebody else. And my sole purpose in life is to help others, bro. I want to help unlock people's mind. I want us to walk really in freedom and peace, bro. Mm-hmm. It's like when Harriet Tubman, found out the pathway to freedom, to free us slaves, and she took it. She took them. Like, not everybody wanted to be free. Not everybody had the courage to go with her, but those who wanted receive that freedom. So I'm speaking to everybody. I want that everybody to be free. Like, you don't have to be a slave to pornography. You don't have to be a slave to sex. You don't have to be a slave to what happened to you when you were younger. You can be free. That's freedom, bro.
I commend you, man, for just having the strength to talk about this on camera to different people. It takes a lot.
Yeah, man, it's tough, bro. I get it, man. I used to cry, bro. I used to be angry, bro. I look at some of the homies, bro, that I grew up with that have this ego, male complex, like they just gotta be hard, but they really hurting. And they really need help, and they really need somebody to cry out to, bro. Like, I'm just happy we're having this conversation now, bro.
For the next person that may be watching.
Yeah, bro.